Hi people, welcome to this episode of Success Talks Football. So guys, let's take a look at the chart of the round of 16 and see who is taking on who in the round of 16. First, it is Palmeiras versus Botafogo, and also it is Benfica versus Chelsea. Let's discuss the first two round of 16 matches. Palmeiras Botafogo. Well, I expect Palmeiras to qualify. I mean, seeing how they performed so far in this competition, I expect them to qualify. But also, Botafogo should not be taken lightly. Then to the Benfica and Chelsea, and two good teams. Well, I expect Chelsea to qualify, but Chelsea being Chelsea. Well, I really cannot say categorically that they will qualify, but I expect them to qualify. And guys, remember that this is just one leg. We do not have first and second leg in this round of 16. It is straight to knockouts. So whatever you have to do and get it right at once. The next two matches are PSG versus Inter Miami and Flamengo versus Bayern Munich. And for the Flamengo versus Bayern Munich match, I expect Bayern to qualify. Well, you cannot completely write off Flamengo. I mean, we have seen how the South American clubs have been performing, so you cannot write them off. But then I expect Bayern Munich to qualify. And for the PSG versus Inter Miami match, somebody said it's going to be a bloodbath, and it is going to be Inter Miami's blood that PSG is going to be bathing with. So guys, of course I expect PSG to win that match, but Inter Miami being Inter Miami, sometimes they play so well and sometimes they play like amateurs, so you also cannot write them off. Again, it is football, anything can happen. But then, statistically speaking, technically speaking, I expect PSG. So for me, into the quarterfinals, I expect PSG and Bayern Munich to qualify into the next round. The next two matches after that is Inter Milan versus Fluminense and Manchester City versus Al Hilal. For the Man City versus Al Hilal match, expect, of course, we saw how Al Hilal played Real Madrid, so it's not going to be an easy win for Manchester City, but I expect Manchester City to win that match. I mean, looking at how they played Juventus and how they've been playing, if it were last season's Manchester City, I would say a 50-50, but this I would give them 60% possibility of qualifying to the quarterfinals to Man City and 40 to Al Hilal. And then for the Inter Milan versus Fluminense, I expect Inter Milan to qualify, but then the Inter Milan that PSG trashed at the Champions League finals can do and undo. So I will not be surprised if Fluminense take that win. But looking at it, statistically speaking, technically speaking, in all ramification, it should be Inter Milan into the quarterfinals. Now, the last two matches for the round of 16, remember what I said, that it's just a one-way match. There's no two legs in this round of 16. It is straight to the point. It is Dortmund versus Monterrey and Real Madrid versus Juventus. For the Real Madrid versus Juventus match, of course, two good teams, and they've met in the past in the Champions League, and we know how that ended. Looking at their head-to-head, Real Madrid have won more matches, so I also expect that Real Madrid win that match against Juventus. But it's not going to be an easy win. I mean, looking at how Real Madrid performed against Salzburg, of course, we saw a team coming up. We saw a team beginning to take on that shape, beginning to take on that form, the form that they used to be. So I'm looking at how they perform. I expect that they should win that match, but it's not going to be an easy win. I mean, Juventus is a good team, obviously. So, but then it should be Real Madrid into the quarterfinals. Then for the Dortmund versus Monterrey, it should be Dortmund. Obviously, it should be Dortmund, but Dortmund sometimes can be, funny. Sometimes they just play like they don't know what they are doing, and a team like Monterrey would want to give everything to win that match. So my advice for them is they should not take that match lightly. They should not just see it as it is Monterrey. No small team in this year's tournament. So of course it should be Dortmund to qualify into the quarterfinals. So guys, be informed that the round of 16 kicks off today, 28th June. So at 5 p.m. West African time, it's going to be Palmeiras versus Botafogo. Then at 9 p.m. West African time, it is going to be Benfica versus Chelsea. You do not want to miss any of these matches. Guys, we have come to the end of this episode. Please guys, follow my second TikTok account. It is at Success Talks Football 1. My main account has been shadow banned, guys. it is disheartening. But guys, please encourage me by following my backup account. It is at Success Talks Football 1. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. They carry the same name, Success Talks Football. Like, share, comment, and see you in the next episode.